everybody. So today we're going to have the first tasting of my base porter using coffee malt. Now this is a small batch, 1.25 gallons going into the carboy. I've done reviews on pale chocolate or crisp pale chocolate, chocolate malt, I believe chocolate rye, and now I'm going to do just this one on the 60L with coffee. So Crystal 60 with coffee. Now when I brewed this with the 60, and that's what I was doing first. Usually I'll brew two, one with Crystal 60, one with Crystal 40. But when I brew this and I saw the color, I was like, yeah, you could call it a brown porter, but I'm not going to brew the 40 version because it would be lighter. So I only did this 60L version. So small batch, 1.25 gallons going into the carboy. 2 pounds, 4 ounces of Pale Malt, 3.2 ounces of Crystal 60, 3.2 ounces of Simpsons brown coffee. Now the Crystal 60 and the brown coffee malt are each 7.5% of the grain bill. So we're starting around that 10-ish. I'll link a card up here. I did do a separate video on just the darker adjunct malts that you can use in porters or that we will be using. So for this, for the hop schedule, 1 hour boil, 0.15 ounces of Northern Brewer. That Northern Brewer is 9.9% alpha acids. Then 0.1 ounce at Flameout. That is it. SO4 is the yeast used. This was bottled on 1/18, which today is 2/18, so it's been in the bottle 30 days. 5.51% ABV. Beersmith called for this to be 5.2, so we are a touch higher, but let's go ahead and open it. 7 small pearl carbonation tablets are used in this 22-ounce bottle. Good hiss, good smoke. Whew. Triple IPA, anyone? I'll stop there. Now I'm going to do a bigger side-by-side. I've got 2 more videos to make or review of first tastings. Then I'm going to bring all 5 of them back up and just kind of do a side-by-side of all of them together just to see what we get. So not really a head. Carbonation isn't done all the way. Maybe it wasn't cold enough. I did put these in the refrigerator this morning. Usually they're in there 2 days, let's say 1 full day to 2 full days before I drink them. Light tannish colored head. What I do have pretty much all smallish bubbles in there. For the color, yeah, dark amber brown in color. Up here, I would say like this much. I can't see through, but I can see the bottom of the light box down in here, and then it gets like a burnt orange color down at the bottom of there. Let's go ahead and smell. Light roasted coffee, very light, almost watered down coffee with some I shouldn't say bread. Like biscuit, very light biscuit in there. It's almost like that. It's like a watered roasty malt in there. It smells pretty plain. I mean, there is some like there is a little bit of sweetness, roasted malt, but it almost smells like watery roasted malt is what I'm getting from this. And again, I'm not saying this is going to be good. I just wanted to make these like base beers just to see kind of what flavor profile we're getting out of these adjunct malts. So let's go ahead and taste it. I'd consider this more of a brown. It's kind of in that brown, like a brown ale. I almost like some nuttiness is in there, especially in the aftertaste. Like a sweet nuttiness comes through in the aftertaste. In the taste, there is a little bit of that roasted malt, a little sweetness, probably from that Crystal 60 in there. Roasted malt, Crystal 60 is probably adding some. It just seems like it needs more. Like it, I would say like a lighter brown, like a watered down. Body's not even in the middle. It's well, okay, it's pushing in the middle of light to medium. Let's say it's in the center of that. Carbonation seems a little low. Yeah, you get a little nutty roastedness in the taste. Then as it goes down, it's like that sweetness catches on. So you get a little sweet, nutty, roasted malt in there, a little biscuit, and that's it. That maybe a little caramel, like a little caramel malt. That's probably better now. Yeah, caramel nutty malt is what I get in the aftertaste. It's not to the point like a hazelnut coffee, but a very light nuttiness is there. But now that I'm thinking about it, that caramel malt is really there. And I could see that in a brown. Like a caramel toffee brown ale, just with a little bit more roastedness. You could say slight coffee in there. But I think it's the sweetness that's making it come out more as a caramel toffee. Well, I started making beers with 2 of these adjuncts in it, so it's going to be interesting to taste some of those that use this coffee malt. I wonder if that's really going to kick up the sweetness in there. I think I would call this a brown. I mean, obviously the color is there. If this had more nuttiness, this would be a good brown. Like, I would say 4 out of 5 right now, just like it is. But I like nuttiness in my browns. So that's just me. I'm guessing other people maybe 3.5, depending on how they like browns. Yeah, definitely needs a little bit more carbonation, maybe a touch more body to push it closer to medium. But yeah, I think this will layer well with some other adjuncts and porters. So if you've used this, what is it, Simpsons brown coffee malt, let me know what you used it in down below. If you enjoyed this video, check some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.